This simple tea rebuilds your joints after 60. Drink it before bed. Do your knees feel stiff when you wake up? Do your joints ache more at night, especially after a long day? You're not alone. After 60, millions of people notice their joints becoming slower, stiffer, and more painful, especially before bed. But what if one simple drink made from 5 natural ingredients could help reduce that pain and support joint recovery while you sleep? In this video, we'll show you how to make a powerful anti-inflammatory tea, how it works, and how it can help rebuild your joints overnight. As we age, one of the most common and frustrating changes we experience happens silently inside our joints. You may not notice it right away, but over time, small signs begin to appear: a little stiffness in the morning, a dull ache after walking, or that familiar crackling sound when you bend your knees or rotate your shoulders. These may seem harmless at first, but they're often signs that your joints are no longer getting what they need to stay strong and pain-free. After the age of 60, your body starts to produce less collagen and elastin. These two proteins act like shock absorbers inside your joints. They keep the cartilage smooth, elastic, and able to handle impact. When collagen breaks down and isn't replenished, the cushion between your bones gets thinner. That means more friction. And more friction means inflammation, stiffness, and eventually pain. That's why simple movements like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs can suddenly feel like a chore. But collagen loss isn't the only issue. Another key factor is inflammation. Low-grade inflammation builds up in the body over time, especially in people who've had a lifetime of physical work, injuries, or even poor diet. You might not feel it as a fever or swelling, but it's there in the background, slowly wearing down your joints. This type of inflammation doesn't heal on its own. In fact, it tends to worsen overnight, when circulation slows and your body goes into rest mode. That's right, nighttime is actually when your joints are most vulnerable. While your body is trying to recover and repair, reduced blood flow can limit the delivery of nutrients and oxygen to your cartilage. That means instead of healing, your joints are simply resting in place with little progress. You may go to bed hoping to feel better in the morning, but wake up even more stiff than before. And it's not just your joints. Your muscles also lose tone and flexibility after 60. The connection between muscle and joint health is tight. Weak muscles can't support your joints properly, so more pressure falls directly on the bones and cartilage. That's especially true in the knees, hips, and lower back, the areas most seniors report as painful. It's a cycle. Less movement leads to more stiffness, and more stiffness leads to even less movement. There's also the issue of hydration. Older adults often forget to drink enough water throughout the day, especially in the evening. Dehydration thickens the fluid that lubricates your joints, called synovial fluid, making it harder for bones to glide smoothly. When this fluid becomes sluggish, joints begin to creak, grind, and resist movement. That's one of the reasons why even healthy joints can start to feel rusty without any major injury. Sleep quality also plays a big role. If you're not sleeping deeply, your body can't properly produce growth hormone, a key player in tissue repair, including cartilage and ligaments. Poor sleep means poor recovery, and poor recovery leads to long-term joint degeneration, especially if your diet is low in anti-inflammatory nutrients like omega-3s, magnesium, and antioxidants. But here's the part most people miss. Your joints aren't beyond help. Just because they've aged doesn't mean they've stopped responding. The body still tries to repair itself every night, and when you give it the right support, that repair process becomes stronger and more effective. That's why nighttime nutrition matters. What you consume in the hour or two before bed can either support your joints or silently sabotage them. This is where the right kind of tea can make a difference. A warm drink with anti-inflammatory and circulation-boosting ingredients doesn't just comfort you before sleep, it actually helps deliver nutrients where they're needed most: your joints, your muscles, your tissues. And when your body is already in rest mode, that's the perfect time to give it the support it needs. Understanding why joints hurt after 60 isn't just about diagnosing pain. It's about seeing the bigger picture: how aging, lifestyle, inflammation, and nutrition all connect. And once you see that picture, you can take smart, simple steps to support your body, starting with a single cup of tea before bed. Let's dive deeper into the ingredients that make this tea so effective, not just for comfort, but for actual support and repair of your joints. Each ingredient in this simple blend plays a specific role, and together they form a powerful natural remedy you can use every night. We start with turmeric. This golden spice has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but modern science now confirms what many cultures have known for generations. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound with powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Curcumin works by blocking molecules that trigger chronic inflammation in the body, especially in the joints. When your knees, hips, or hands feel swollen and warm, that's inflammation in action. By drinking turmeric tea consistently, you help reduce the underlying cause, not just the symptoms. Curcumin also helps slow down cartilage breakdown, making it especially helpful for people dealing with early signs of arthritis or stiffness. But here's the catch. Curcumin is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb on its own. That's why the second ingredient in this tea is absolutely essential: black pepper. It might seem like a tiny detail, but just a pinch of black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which boosts the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. Without black pepper, most of the turmeric you consume simply passes through your digestive system unused. With it, curcumin becomes active and available, ready to do its job inside your body. Next comes ginger. Like turmeric, ginger is a root with powerful anti-inflammatory properties, but it also helps with something else: circulation. After 60, blood flow to the extremities can slow down, especially at night. That means fewer nutrients are reaching your joints right when your body is trying to heal. Ginger helps widen blood vessels, improve circulation, and support the delivery of oxygen and essential nutrients. It also contains compounds called gingerols, which reduce the sensation of pain by calming nerve pathways. So if you experience soreness in your knees or back that keeps you awake, ginger may help you rest more comfortably. Cinnamon is the next key player. While it's known for its sweet, warming flavor, it also has a serious role in this tea. Cinnamon is loaded with antioxidants, particularly polyphenols, that help neutralize the free radicals responsible for oxidative stress. Oxidative stress doesn't just age your skin, it also breaks down tissues inside your joints, ligaments, and muscles. By reducing this damage, cinnamon helps protect your joints long-term. It also plays a secondary role by balancing blood sugar. Elevated blood sugar levels can increase systemic inflammation, so keeping those levels stable is another way to protect your joints indirectly. The final ingredient is optional but highly recommended: raw honey. Not only does it add a gentle sweetness that makes the tea more enjoyable, it also brings its own set of benefits. Raw honey contains trace antioxidants, enzymes, and minerals that support immune function and reduce inflammation in the gut, which is more connected to joint pain than most people realize. Many seniors also find that a small spoon of honey helps them relax before bed, thanks to its natural ability to slightly raise insulin and support the release of serotonin, which later converts to melatonin. In other words, honey helps you wind down so your body can get to work rebuilding. Each of these ingredients, turmeric, black pepper, ginger, cinnamon, and raw honey, has benefits on its own. But when you combine them, they support each other. Turmeric and black pepper work as a pair. Ginger and cinnamon enhance circulation and antioxidant power. Honey ties it all together while supporting rest and digestion. This tea isn't just warm and soothing, it's functional. Every sip delivers a blend of compounds that directly support the parts of your body that tend to wear down with age. And because it's gentle, natural, and easy to make, it's something you can use night after night, building a habit that your joints, your muscles, and your whole body will thank you for. Making this tea is simple, but there are a few important details that can make a big difference in how effective it is for your joints. The good news is you don't need any fancy tools or expensive supplements. Everything you need is probably already in your kitchen. What matters most is the quality of the ingredients and the way you prepare them with care and consistency. Start by heating 1 cup of water. This step may seem obvious, but there's a reason you don't want the water to boil too hard. When water reaches a full, rolling boil, it can degrade some of the delicate nutrients and essential oils in ingredients like honey and even ginger. So bring the water just to the point where it's steaming and starting to bubble, then take it off the heat. Next, add your dry ingredients directly into the cup. You'll want about half a teaspoon of ground turmeric. If you have access to fresh turmeric root, that's even better. Just grate about a half-inch piece and drop it in. Then add half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Again, fresh ginger is a great option. If you like a more potent taste, just peel and slice 2 or 3 thin pieces. After that, sprinkle in a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. Make sure it's real Ceylon cinnamon, if you can find it. It has a smoother taste and contains lower levels of compounds that can irritate the liver in large amounts. Now comes the crucial step. Add a pinch of black pepper. This might seem too small to matter, but as we discussed earlier, black pepper contains piperine, the compound that supercharges the absorption of curcumin from turmeric. Without it, most of the healing potential of turmeric simply doesn't reach your joints. Just a pinch is enough, about 1/16 of a teaspoon. If you're using whole peppercorns, just crack 1 or 2 into the cup. Once all the dry ingredients are in the cup, pour your hot water over them and let the mixture steep for 5 to 10 minutes. You can stir occasionally with a spoon to help the spices dissolve. Some people like to cover the cup with a small plate or saucer while it steeps. This helps keep the heat in and allows the ingredients to release more of their active compounds into the water. After the tea has steeped, give it a gentle stir. You'll notice that some of the turmeric and cinnamon may settle at the bottom. That's normal. If you prefer a smoother texture, you can strain the tea through a fine mesh sieve or even a paper coffee filter. But many people choose to leave the sediment in since it contains active ingredients. Now is the time to add honey, if you want it. Wait until the tea has cooled slightly. It should be warm, not hot. If it's too hot, it can damage the enzymes and antioxidants in raw honey. Add about 1 teaspoon and stir gently. The honey not only makes the tea more enjoyable to drink, but also adds its own anti-inflammatory and sleep-supportive benefits. Some people like to add a splash of plant-based milk at this stage: almond milk, oat milk, or even coconut milk. This gives the tea a creamy texture and makes it feel more like a nighttime treat. Milk also contains small amounts of fat, which can help with the absorption of fat-soluble compounds in turmeric and cinnamon. Just don't add too much. A tablespoon or 2 is plenty. When your tea is ready, take a moment to sit down and enjoy it slowly. This isn't just about the ingredients, it's about creating a routine, a moment of calm before bed. Let each sip remind your body that it's time to rest, recover, and rebuild. The warmth will relax your muscles. The flavor will comfort your senses. And the active compounds will begin their quiet work inside your joints. Drink this tea about 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed. That gives your body time to begin absorbing the nutrients before you fall asleep. If you're new to some of these spices, you may want to start with smaller amounts at first, especially turmeric and ginger, and gradually increase to the full recipe as your body adjusts. The most important thing, make it a habit. This tea isn't a one-time miracle, but over the course of several nights and especially a full week, many people report less stiffness, deeper sleep, and more comfortable mornings. The key is consistency. Just like brushing your teeth, supporting your joints takes a daily commitment. And once you make it part of your evening ritual, it becomes one of the easiest and most comforting health habits you'll ever build. If you really want to get the most out of this tea and support your joints long-term, there are a few simple habits you can add to your daily routine that make a noticeable difference. These aren't complex changes. In fact, they're small adjustments that work together with the tea to help reduce inflammation, support collagen production, and improve joint flexibility, especially for adults over 60. First, hydration is key. Many people don't realize how much dehydration affects joint health. The cartilage in your joints is made up of nearly 80% water. Without enough fluids, that cartilage becomes dry and brittle, losing its ability to cushion your bones. You don't need to drink gallons of water, but sipping throughout the day, especially in the afternoon and early evening, helps keep your joints lubricated and ready for repair while you sleep. Try keeping a glass of water near you at all times and drink steadily instead of waiting until you're thirsty. Another helpful habit is light movement. You don't need to run or lift heavy weights. In fact, intense exercise can make joint pain worse if your body isn't ready. Instead, focus on gentle activity that promotes circulation and mobility. A 10-minute walk after dinner, light stretching before bed, or a simple chair yoga routine can help move nutrients into your joints and reduce overnight stiffness. Even ankle rolls, shoulder shrugs, or wrist circles while watching TV can help keep your joints from locking up. If you experience swelling in your legs or knees at night, try elevating your legs for 10 to 15 minutes before you drink your tea. Lie down and place your feet on a pillow or up against a wall. This helps drain fluid from the lower extremities, reduces pressure on your joints, and makes it easier for blood and nutrients to flow into those areas while you rest. Pay attention to your evening meals as well. What you eat in the hours before bed has a major impact on how your joints feel overnight. Try to avoid heavy, salty, or ultra-processed foods in the evening. These types of meals increase inflammation, slow digestion, and often interfere with deep sleep. Instead, choose lighter, anti-inflammatory options like steamed vegetables, lean protein, or a small bowl of berries. Adding magnesium-rich foods like spinach, pumpkin seeds, or bananas can also help relax your muscles and improve your sleep quality. Speaking of sleep, don't overlook your sleeping position. If you often wake up with hip, knee, or shoulder pain, your posture at night could be part of the problem. Try placing a pillow between your knees if you sleep on your side, or under your knees if you sleep on your back. These small adjustments help keep your joints aligned and reduce unnecessary strain through the night. Stress management also plays a surprisingly big role in joint health. When you're under stress, your body produces more cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated too often, promotes inflammation. That inflammation doesn't just affect your mood or your digestion, it goes straight to your joints. Try incorporating a few minutes of deep breathing, gratitude reflection, or quiet music into your evening routine. Even the act of preparing and drinking this tea can become a kind of calming ritual that helps lower stress and prepare your body for recovery. Another small tip: be consistent with your bedtime. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day supports your body's natural repair cycle. When your circadian rhythm is steady, your body releases growth hormone and other repair factors more reliably. That means your joints get more healing time, and your results from the tea and other habits will be more noticeable. And finally, listen to your body. If something feels wrong, like sharp pain, sudden swelling, or loss of range of motion, don't push through it. Gentle support is the goal, not forcing change. Most joint improvements happen gradually and quietly. What matters most is showing up for your body consistently, with care and patience. These small, thoughtful actions, drinking the tea, stretching, hydrating, managing stress, they may not seem like much on their own, but together they can dramatically improve how your joints feel, how well you sleep, and how much freedom you feel in your movements each day. One of the most common questions people ask about this tea is, how long does it take to feel a difference? The answer can vary from person to person, but many people start noticing changes within the first 3 to 7 days. It might begin with something subtle, like waking up with a little less stiffness in the knees, or being able to stand up from a chair without as much discomfort. For others, it may take a couple of weeks of consistent nightly use before the deeper benefits kick in, like reduced swelling, smoother movement, or more restful sleep. The key is consistency. This tea is not a one-time fix. It works best when it becomes part of your routine. Another question we hear often is, can I drink this tea if I'm on medication? The short answer is, usually yes, but with caution. Turmeric and ginger are natural ingredients. but they can interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. If you're taking medications for high blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before starting any new herbal routine. That said, in most cases, the amounts used in this tea are low and well tolerated by the body. Still, it's better to be safe and have that quick conversation with your healthcare provider if you're unsure. Some people also wonder, what if I have digestive issues? Will this tea upset my stomach? The answer depends on your sensitivity. Turmeric and ginger are generally soothing for digestion, and cinnamon can help reduce bloating. However, if you've had issues like acid reflux or gastritis, you may want to start with smaller amounts, perhaps a quarter teaspoon of each spice instead of a full half teaspoon, and gradually increase the dose as your body adjusts. Drinking the tea warm rather than hot and adding a splash of almond milk or honey can also help buffer the spices and make it gentler on your stomach lining. A very common concern is this safe for people over 80? And the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, older adults often benefit the most from routines like this. As the body slows down with age, it becomes even more important to support circulation, reduce inflammation, and encourage deeper rest at night. That's exactly what this tea is designed to do. Just be mindful of portion sizes. If you're over 80 and have a smaller frame or slower metabolism, you might do better starting with a slightly lower amount of turmeric and ginger and increasing gradually based on how you feel. People also ask, can I add other ingredients to the tea? Yes, you can. Some folks like to add a slice of lemon for added vitamin C and a refreshing taste. Others add a few drops of apple cider vinegar to aid digestion. Just be careful not to add too many strong ingredients at once. You want to keep the balance of the tea gentle enough to enjoy every night. A bit of personalization is fine, but always remember that the core blend turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, and honey is what makes this tea work so effectively. Can I drink this tea in the morning instead of at night? Technically, yes, the tea still offers anti-inflammatory benefits whenever you drink it. But nighttime is ideal because it lines up with your body's natural repair cycle. While you sleep, your body sends more blood flow to muscles and joints and activates tissue repair processes. Drinking this tea about 30 to 45 minutes before bed helps set the stage for better overnight recovery. So while morning is fine, evening use gives you more impact where it matters most. Another popular question is, do I have to drink it every single night? The short answer is no, but you'll get better results if you do. Think of this tea as daily nourishment for your joints. Just like you wouldn't expect strong muscles from doing one workout per week, you can't expect lasting joint relief from drinking the tea once in a while. If you miss a night, don't worry, just pick it up again the next evening. Some people drink it 5 nights a week and still feel great. The important thing is to stay regular. Lastly, people ask, will this interfere with my sleep? Quite the opposite. Most users report that it actually improves sleep quality. Ginger and cinnamon can help relax the nervous system, while honey supports the release of serotonin and melatonin. Many older adults find they fall asleep more easily and wake up less frequently during the night after adding this tea to their routine. Just be sure not to drink it right before lying down. Give yourself about 30 minutes so you're not going to bed with a full stomach. If you have any other questions, the best thing to do is try the tea for a few nights and listen to your body. Everyone's system is a little different, but the ingredients in this tea have been trusted for centuries, and for good reason. Most people find that with just a bit of consistency, this small habit can make a big difference in how their joints feel and how they sleep. You've made it this far, and that tells me something important: you care about your health. You're not just looking for a quick fix, you're looking for something real, something sustainable, something your body can actually use to feel better, move easier, and rest more peacefully. And the truth is, that kind of change doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing one small thing right again and again. That's exactly what this tea represents. It's not magic. It won't erase decades of wear and tear overnight, but it does something even better. It gently supports your body's natural healing processes at the exact time of day when those processes are already active. Think about it. When you lie down to sleep, your body finally gets a break from gravity, movement, and strain. Your heart rate slows, your muscles release, your brain shifts into repair mode. And during that time, your joints are more receptive to healing. That's why what you do before bed matters so much. By making this tea part of your evening ritual, you're sending a clear message to your body. I'm ready to rest. I'm ready to rebuild. I'm ready to take care of myself in a way that's gentle and nourishing, not forceful or overwhelming. And that message matters especially after 60, when every choice has more impact and every healthy habit adds up. You might still have days when your knees feel stiff. You might still wake up once in a while with an ache in your lower back or a tightness in your hips. That's normal, but now you have something to reach for that isn't just another pill, another cream, or another empty promise. You have something warm, real, and rooted in centuries of natural wisdom, reinforced by modern science, and backed by the experiences of thousands of people just like you. And the best part? You can start tonight, not next week, not after your next doctor's appointment, not after you clean the garage or finish the laundry. You can make a cup of this tea, sit down, and give your joints a reason to feel a little better in the morning. Because the truth is, your body is still listening, still responding, still working for you, even after all these years. It's easy to forget that when you feel slow or sore or stuck, but inside those joints, deep in that connective tissue, your body still remembers how to heal. It just needs the right support. So maybe it's time to stop asking your body to carry you through one more day and start giving something back. A little circulation, a little calm, a little care. That's what this tea can offer. Not a revolution, but a return to balance. A way to feel more like yourself again, even if it's just a few steps at a time. Remember, it's not about drinking one cup and expecting miracles. It's about showing up for yourself in the small ways that build trust between you and your body. And over time, that trust grows. The pain lessens. The mornings feel a little easier. And suddenly, things that felt out of reach, like walking without holding onto the railing, or waking up without that deep ache in your spine, become possible again. So if you've been wondering what you can do for your joints tonight, now you know. You can make a cup of this tea. You can give your body the tools it's been quietly asking for, and you can take one small, steady step toward feeling better without force, without fear, and without giving up. Because your joints may be aging, but they're not finished. They still have work to do. And with your help, they just might surprise you.